All right, Sydney Dragway, I've got some news. I have the winner of tonight's $500 Odyssey Batteries voucher, which I will announce after On the Sly. Sydney Dragway, make some noise for On the Sly. Now guys, as I mentioned, I've got the winner of the Odyssey Battery voucher for tonight. It was not an easy choice. I will make that clear. I judged each and every skid the way I see it. And as I mentioned, there are about 4 cars that were capable of winning this voucher, and I basically had to put every single run through a microscope. The winner of tonight's $500 Odyssey Batteries voucher goes to Zachary Spagnol in the KE20 Corolla. Equally as good tip-in as just about those other 3 cars. But it was also what he did on the pad, which is what impressed me the most. So, Zachary Spagnol, congratulations, my friend.
Well, put your hands together for the driver of the VSU. Nice skid there. Plenty of smoke in the air. Definitely that tailwind that we had from the north has disappeared. The Sydney Dragway just being smothered in a cloud of thick tyre smoke. Next competitor about to tip into the pad. This driver already got one set of tyres off tonight.
Great stuff. Well, I'll tell you what, Zachary is pretty stoked, and as I said, well earned. But still plenty more burnouts to come, guys. That gets the serious part out of the way, and now I can get back to my normal self and have some fun. Hey, Bushman,
Yes, Stu.
guess who I just found up in the crowd?
I have no idea. Who
Mate.
did you find?
Mate, he's here just about every event. He's an absolute legend. Ross, our #1 spectator.
I said hello to Ross when I drove in.
Oh, I didn't even know he was here. Why didn't you tell me? How are you, Ross?
Fantastic, mate. It's good to be back, and the Burnouts are fantastic tonight. Fantastic show, mate.
There's Sydney Railway. Let's go a little bit, Banjo. Yeah, great stuff there from Bipolar.
It's not sounding too healthy there at the end, Stu.
No, it certainly wasn't. It was blowing a little bit of steam out of the engine bay towards the end of that burnout, but that doesn't matter. They'll get it fixed. Still got plenty of cars still to come. Hope everybody up here in Burnout Central is enjoying the midweek burnouts. I know I am.
How's the lungs down there, Stu?
Mate, everybody's having a good time, mate. When I'm up in the crowd with the Burnout family, I start to get a little bit pumped. So I bring the nickname out, Steve, when I'm up here.
Which one of the 5,000 that you've got?
What do you mean 5,000? I've only got one, and it's one that everybody knows me by. Pocket Rocket. It's time to get fired up, Sydney.
Can we see who you got next, Stu?
It looks like Ray, actually. So I don't know whether he got his car fixed. What do you reckon, Ross? Burnout's a little bit different to drag racing.
Yeah, it's a different thing, and I really appreciate what these guys do, because they bring these cars out and they run the risk every time blowing these motors up. Means they've got to go back home, fix them back up again. But they've got big courage, and they don't let them worry them. So they bring them back and do the same thing again.
Well, I love it because we get to see them at this lower level and we watch their journey, hopefully up to the pro classes in the future as well. I know there are a couple of cars out there, one in particular that has got a really, really good quality backstory to it. I'm talking about Jakey with Having a Go. Did an absolutely killer skid earlier tonight. At Sus GMH, hopefully they've got that car all sorted and we'll see it back out in about 3 cars' time. But guys, if you are enjoying this event, when you get home or tomorrow morning, guys, make sure you let City Dragway know that you are enjoying it, because your feedback is very, very valuable. I said, you put your hands together for Ray. He got out there and tried to give it another crack.
Yeah, it looks like the mechanical issues there continue for that car, unfortunately. Did start the burnout, got to the tip in, and just as soon as he started to turn the wheel, just locked up and drove straight forward.
Yeah, I think he's been out of the seat for a little while, Ray. So hopefully in the future we'll see him back out a little bit later. Hopefully get on top of what's going wrong with the Statesman. But we got the wagon coming out for a good skid. Nice little tip in, a lot of smoke on the rear end.
Giving it all to get those rear tyres off, but they're just not wanting to let go.
All right, guys, Sus GMH coming out for another skid. looks like Fired VX out there. Just come up to the studio just to
get a breather. Get some fresh air in the lungs.
Yeah, absolutely. But also to catch up with how everybody is on YouTube land. How are you, everybody? Just having a little look through.
We'll be chatting about all sorts of different things, Stu. One eye on the burnout pad, the other on a number of different things.
But it's interesting to see who's actually on, because normally when I'm looking at this, I'm calling drag racing. And I've got a fair few of our drag racing community that tend to jump on.
A lot of our regulars are there once again.
Yep. Yeah, a few names there that I haven't seen before. Panel Van Man. It's good to see him watching. It's been a great night at Burnouts here at Sydney Dragway, midweek mayhem. It's great to see a good crowd here, Steve, up in the stands enjoying it.
Yeah, definitely. It's been building throughout the night, Stu, so it's good to see all of our patronage here enjoying the Burnouts of Sydney Dragway's burnout pad, and of course all of the competitors that have come out and given tonight a crack. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Both tyres off, I think. The whole back of the car dropped at the same time, so I'm assuming that's both. Getting harder and harder to get a camera angle down there, Stu. The breeze has definitely dropped.
It certainly has, and it's still pretty warm out there as well. Floyd VS or VX coming up the return road. Club Mag Nation, they've come out in force tonight. It's great to see them having a lot of fun here at Midweek Mayhem here at Sydney Dragway.
Big entry speed there for the VN. No mercy shown. No fear either.
92 Mang did a very good first skid as well. And if you've only just joined us via YouTube, guys, I have given away the Odyssey Batteries voucher for the best skid that I was the judge for. And it wasn't easy. It's never easy being a judge at the best of times, as you know, Steve, but sometimes you've just got to break it down. And congratulations to Zachary Spagnol, who won the voucher in Down to Clown, the little KE20 Corolla.
Yeah, that was a pretty good skid, that one, so I would agree with you there, mate.
It definitely goes to show you too, Steve, that you don't necessarily have to have a V8 to do an absolute killer skid. I mean, VS 92 Mang down here, sorry, that's down on track now. Now it's just a V6, but I'll tell you what, puts on a ripper of a skid. Certainly knows the pad, which is half the battle when you do come here to Sydney Dragway. It's one thing to be up in the stands, and it's one thing to watch it on YouTube, but until you're actually in the car and you actually get on the pad, that it really makes you realise just how much room you've got out there.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I sort of feel that there's no consequence sitting in the stands or on YouTube as such, you know. I mean, I know that these guys aren't overly precious about their cars, and that's why they do the burnouts in the first place, but, you know, they don't want to take them home completely beaten up either, because they want to bring it back the next week and do the same thing.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, these guys really run on a shoestring budget. A lot of them don't have sponsors. It's all done out of their own back pocket. But you know what? They're out here and they're giving it a go. And of course, it's good practice for them too. When, as you mentioned, Steve, Summer Nat's coming up in January, and then you've got a lot of other events throughout the year to qualify for Summer Nats for 2027. looks like young Jakey just making his way across the burnout pad. So I don't know whether he's found something with the car that he's not 100% sure with. But I'm sure that we'll see that car back in the future.
All right, as our next competitor approaches the tip-in point. Commodore Ute. Fairly slow entry. Straight into a 360. Not a lot of paint left on those rear quarters, Stu.
No, not much at all. I dare say it's had a few tyre fires in its time.
Yeah, that's a bit of wire brushing at the same time.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. And I think the other side of it too, Steve, you know, it's a matter of two on that very short tip run-in to really get that wheel speed up as quickly as possible before you even get to the end of the chute. I mean, a few of the drivers did it already.
I'm just having a ring of one of our comments.
Oh, sicko, you are sick.
Sorry.
Oh, sicko. What are we going to do with you? I'll tell you what, the Commodore, they're still pretty pumped up in the car. Oh dear. Our regulars on YouTube.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll tell you what, the Ute is desperately trying to get those tyres off. He's got 3 seconds. Can he get one popped?
Negative.
Doesn't look like it.
There's been so many that you feel the bang is just there, just around the corner. We've seen a number just after the time has ticked over. They've managed to get a set off, but unfortunately, you know, obviously in a full-on competition, they wouldn't have that points for that, being outside the allotted time.
And you're right, Steve, because being down on deck, you can just hear it. As On Parole comes out with another killer tip in. He was actually in my top 4 for who could win the Odyssey Batteries voucher tonight. I'll tell you what, it was not easy. And Mr. Belby always puts on a fantastic skid in this car. It's been around for a number of years on parole. Always sounds tough as well.
Sure does. It's
Yeah. Big thank you to Clint Morton, who's just helped us out with the live stream. Thank you. Drift Dynamics, the winner of the Odyssey Batteries voucher tonight, went to Zachary Spagnol, who put an absolute killer of a skid. The entry onto the pad was very, very good. It was on par. Brett Bilby. It was what he actually did on the pad that really just crossed the line for me. And I mean, there were about 3 other drivers that were capable of knocking him off, and they were oh so close. But it's about using the whole pad and making use of the whole pad as well, and your driving ability. And these young kids, Steve, that are coming through, like Reese Hay in Young Gun, Little Black Gemini.
Yes, that was another good skid, actually.
Yeah.
I quite like that one.
But Burnouts are in a good way at the moment with all these young kids that are being taught properly, not being done on the street, actually coming out here or going to a burnout comp and doing it properly.
Exactly right, Stu. We've seen a number of facilities allowing kids to actually get in and have a crack too, which is good. It's definitely reassuring the next generation of the burnout fraternity will be keen to get into whatever they can.
Well, of course, we've got two very big events that happen throughout the year here at Sydney Dragway. Number one is our Good Friday Burnouts, which is always a fantastic event. And of course, the big one, Burnouts, that is here at Sydney Dragway as well. And, you know, for a lot of people, this is where it starts. Little 6-cylinder, naturally aspirated V8s, getting out there, getting the experience at events like this, and then entering these big events and just having a go, giving it a red hot go. And look, you just don't know what can happen. It's Burnouts.
Yeah, it's a little bit unpredictable, like any form of motorsport. There's always a number of elements involved between the driver and or the car.
The Commodore maying it out. Don't forget, guys, the 8th of November, we've got the final of the Top Fuel and the X-Pro Nitro Funny Cars here at Sydney Dragway as well. And Steve, I bet you're pretty pumped when that post came out during the week of the new look Morris McMillan X-Pro Nitro Funny Car with the Aussie Radar paint scheme on it.
Well, to be honest, Stu, I haven't seen it. I saw the post saying that we're revealing something, but I haven't had a computer, so I haven't been on Facebook. But certainly, I'm sure if anything out of the Aeroflow stable, I'm sure it looks absolutely fantastic.
Look, it's a great hark back to GC for when he went over to America and was racing.
So it's brown and black, I'm guessing, with a stripe on it, if that's the car I'm thinking. Yes. I like it, Stu.
Oh, yeah. It does, doesn't it? So Morris McMillan and the rest of the Nitro Funny Car fraternity. Great skid there from the Commodore. So a fair bit of smoke coming out of it as he makes his way up the return chute.
All right, as one rolls off, one comes in. it's pretty full on.
Yeah, well, the good thing is we've still got a fair few cars left to have a crack at another burnout. It's good to hear that they got the memo to bring a whole heap of tyres with them.
Yes.
Certainly getting their money's worth tonight. There's a great roll-up for this event. Don't forget, guys, Friday night lights here at Sydney Dragway. If you love drag racing, you love very quick street cars, make your way out.
Yep, 5 p.m. on Friday night, kicking off an hour earlier. Lower ET cut-off of 8 seconds, better track prep. So we're definitely trying to cater for those quicker street cars to come out here on a Friday night.
Of course, we've got a lot of quick pro street cars that come out. Of course, we've got a lot of quick Evos from numerous workshops. Of course, Friday night, we had the Osmonds come out with one of their Subarus.
Last Wednesday,
last Wednesday, that's right. It was last Wednesday.
It was last week, yes, when, I can't remember the time, but they were certainly very ecstatic about it. It was a run wonder.
Yeah, it was.
Had the second pulled pretty promptly by IHRA, but as a Friday's night event, they will probably be okay.
That's right, exactly right. And, you know, we want to see them out here. And if you love fast street cars, guys, make sure you come out on Friday night.
Yeah, it should be a cracker of an event. Definitely looking forward to it. But that doesn't mean that if you don't have to have a car that runs 8 seconds to come out of here, of course. It just means that we're opening the door to a few of our quicker cars, because as we know, Sydney does have many quick street cars. I think back in the day when we did the workshop wars, the average ET, I think, was like a 7.9 or something like that.
It was. Yeah, that was crazy.
That was a few years ago now, but whoa.
Oh, I'll tell you what, the Commodore coming in hot and fast, and oh, did he just nudge the tyre?
Not sure what was going on there, Stu. There was no smoke coming off the back tyre. All it was doing was driving forward.
That is Belton, I believe. Belton, sorry. Yeah, Tom Baker in the Commodore.
You could see the wheels were turned, but they weren't getting any grip.
Great to see a whole heap of families out here tonight up at Burnout Central that brought the kids out.
See there, the pad just fully engulfed in smoke.
Yeah, Tom Baker giving it a red hot go in the Commodore. Got a well presented car, that one as well.
It does look really nice under lights.
Yeah, no, it's very clean by Burnout standards. But he's out there, he's out having fun, and that's what it's all about. He's got both sets of rear tyres off on belted. Great stuff there, Tom.
Just as he crossed the line, but the timer had already finished.
Oh, we've got the wagon coming out for another skid. I did see Christian Webb out in the lineup in Lola as well. He'll be coming out for another skid. He's actually our only pro car that is here tonight.
Yeah, he's already got 2 sets off. Let's see if he can do the trifecta, Stu.
Well, whoever tunes his car has done a very, very good job of it.
Wonder what sort of horsepower Lola makes.
I don't know. I'm sure I can find out because Clint, who's now up in Queensland, used to tune it. The Fords have come out in force tonight, Steve, and they've actually done a really, really good job tonight on the burnout pad. Certainly been strong at holding together. unfortunately for SS2 Fry, it had a bit of a barbecue earlier, which is a shame. Hopefully the damage isn't too bad. Those guys can get that car back up and running and bring it back out again.
It's unfortunate was at that point I was very busy up here with the rebooting everything. But all good. We've just about expired the timer for the Falcon wagon down there, Stu.
Unfortunately, these guys, they don't really have time to be looking at the screen, unfortunately, where they're doing the burnout. So we've really got to rely on our marshals down there to guide them.
We'll work out how to use that in the horn, but the people in the crowd mightn't like that too much.
No, I don't think so either.
All right, our next competitor, the VA Utility.
They're not mucking around, these guys.
No.
Out again. Yeah, Herbal 69, AU Unbreakable. Well, we've been a few AUs here tonight. Paddle Van Man. I had to ruin a compliment for a Ford, didn't you? Well, Paddle Van Man, in all due respect, mate, I've missed you because I've actually been up here in commentary for the last couple of Aeroflare Race for Real nights. And, you know, it's actually been a little bit different for me from being outside, and I've missed your comments. I'll tell you what, the Aeroflare Race for Real and the burnout scene, you've got to say, Steve, very healthy here in Sydney at the moment.
Yeah, certainly. It does certainly seem like there is a good vibe going for both those categories of motorsport.
Well, I've had a few people on my way up here while I was out the back asking whether we'll be doing this again.
Can't see why not, but that's a decision for management. But certainly today's showing's been fantastic for the number of competitors and the spectators that have come to the venue to watch in the stands.
You had to come back upstairs because unfortunately my mic's battery was dying. So I had to put it on charge. So I'm up here in the studio on the headset with my mate Steve.
And doing a cracker job down there in the smoke, in the elements, as is all of our officials.
Yeah, our Blue Army and our Fireys down there, we couldn't do it without them, Steve. And of course all our great media people there down there as well, bent on burnouts. And our photographers down there as well, who get behind the sport.
They're definitely getting behind the sport, so see the fingers waving and a little bit of fingers out. And this car had a really skid on its first attempt.
Yeah, lad. Yeah, this is the LS1 powered VL Condor wagon.
Right in the corner there.
So what you utilise that pad, Steve, all four corners, every inch of it.
Now he's down the corner at the southern end of the racing track. Minute left on the clock.
It's certainly a tough sounding car, that VL. As I said earlier, I've been very impressed with this car. Very well prepared, very well looked after, and very well driven as well. It's a shame that there's not more VL wagons, but I suppose, I don't know how many would be left around the place, Steve.
Probably not that many. many, I'd imagine. Seconds left on the clock. Will we see another set of tyres on, Stu?
Well, I'm hoping we do, because the amount of smoke and use of the pad and pretty much mixing up both sides of the car, I think we might.
There's one.
And I think for a lot of these burnout competitors too, Steve, at an event like this in particular, you know, to be shown on YouTube, on the Sydney Dragway official page, and being shown all around the world as well to our international audience, they get to have a little bit of fun as well, and seeing what we get up to outside of drag racing.
Yeah, definitely. It's always good to build your profile, and I think that is something that I actually quite like about the burnout scene, is all the different names that they put on the cars and get creative that way as well. I know that drag racing typically back in the day had every car had a name, where that seems to have faded away nowadays.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, one thing we do have here at Sydney Dragway as well is the COTS roll racing, which seems to be gathering some speed. No pun intended.
There's two in like half an hour. Good
I
job.
I
You're on
know.
fire.
I think I've been listening to Chad too much over the weekend. He's the king of puns. But I'll tell you what, guys, that's another form of racing that we've got here at Sydney Dragway, which is the COTS roll racing. So if you haven't seen it before, guys, make sure you come out. There are some very quick street cars that come out to that. Obviously, it's a different form of racing to what we're used to, but nevertheless, they're out there and they're having fun and giving it a red-hot crack. You can see Karina just down the bottom, rotating yellow for the moment. Oh, throwing the car all around the pad. It's almost like a little bit of drift style there. Not too much smoke, but pretty decent car control.
We've seen plenty of our competitors due to like a fairly high-speed drift from one corner to the other, or diagonally opposite.
Yeah, panel van man, we have a night here at Sydney Dragway for roll drags. And it's King of the Streets. They run the event. And if you haven't seen it before, panel van man, it's becoming quite big here at Sydney Dragway. We've got some very, very quick street cars that come out. And it's roll racing. But it's a hell of a lot of fun. So if you haven't seen it before, Panel Van Man, make sure you tune in. All right, got another Commodore making its way out. Plenty of smoke out the rear end of it.
So that was the one that the bar was half hanging off it. It wasn't hanging off it when he came into the pad, but as soon as it spun 180, inertia broke the clip back off it. Here we go again.
Let's do a quick shout out to Max Gregory and Callum. Hey Max and Callum, how are you guys? Hope you're enjoying all the action from here from our midweek Mayhem burnout event here at Sydney Dragway. got 45 seconds. Can he get those tyres off? He's trying. That's the other thing too with these burnouts. You know, it's also trying and reduce the amount of heat in the engine bay. You really want to be moving to and fro. You want to keep that airflow going through the car as best you can. But at the same time, you want to get those tyres off and you want to do it in the allotted time, which is 3 minutes. Obviously, if you're a pro car, it's a little bit less than that.
We've been working on a 2-minute timer tonight.
A 2-minute time tonight,
Yep.
have we?
Which for this competitor has now expired.
You have to go back to pits and get a little bit of race tape. Fix up that rear bar. Still plenty of smoke coming out of it, but we need to get him off the pad because we've still got a fair few burnouts to come. It's 10 o'clock as well, so we want to get this, give these people a chance to hit the pad before they go home. Looks like we've got about 5 or 6 cars still lined up, ready to have a crack.
Big tipping speed there, Stu.
Now, is this one of Sydney's fastest Domino's Pizzas delivery drivers, is it? It's got a little sign. Yes, it is, as a matter of fact. If you're a Domino's Pizza delivery driver, obviously burnouts aren't your thing on the street.
No. I dare say the pizza box would be funny by the time it got delivered.
Absolutely. It's not smoked meat, sir. I'll tell you that right here and now. Great stuff here. Good use of half the pad on the lengthway. Plenty of smoke. Now just guiding it down the wall to halfway. He's got it, spins around in the centre. Very close to those tyres. Very lucky not just to tag the rear end on them. Of the pad, just drops it down a gear to keep those revs up. Trying to get those rear tyres off.
I just heard a bang. I think that's one off.
There we are, both off. And the Barra lives to fight another day. This car up in the revs on the entry into the pad.
Threw it into the pad there.
Yeah, it looks like Jake in having a go. car started as just a basic V6 Commodore when it was red. Throughout the years, got his experience. Stuck a V8 in it, repainted the car, and has been doing a sensational job in this car ever since. Started off young, still is young, and he's out there having an absolutely cracker of an event. It's good practice for them as well. Obviously the street class, the modified class, and any of the big burnout events around the country, they are tough to win. But you've also got a chance to knock out a pro class car. If you happen to be able to do a killer skid like Jakey's doing now. Plenty of smoke out the back of the Commodore.
I think we've got that completely.
Flush of flame out of the exhaust pipe as he swung it left.
Just under 25 seconds left.
He may have got lost in the smoke, or the tyres have completely popped. But ladies and gentlemen, make some noise there for young Jakey and having a go. What an absolute cracker of a skid. I got some more blue and red flashing lights making their way up the entry chute. Falcon with the Australian flag flying proudly off the back of it. Actually, it's a real testament, Steve, too. I mean, when you watch the barrow motors, particularly at this level with the burnouts, you really realise just how strong they are too, because they can take some punishment.
Yeah, well, that's very true, Stu. I mean, we've seen that from the old V6 Commodore engine too. They certainly hold their own and get thrashed within an inch of its life every time they come out for that 2 or 3 minutes. And yet they keep getting back up for more. That's it. We've seen our fair share of them not go home with the blocks.
That's a real testament to that motor, and I know that in drag racing there's a couple of guys that have got the Barrett turbos that race. I mean, admittedly a lot of them are billet, not standard blocks, but you know what? Essentially the same, similar architecture. They do a great job out there as well. Although I am yet to see a Coyote out there yet. Yet to see a burnout car with one. I mean, not that I can expect to see a new Mustang hit the burnout pad anytime soon, but you never know.
Drift dynamics.
Give me a round of applause, Sydney. That was definitely worth a big clap and a cheer.
And those tyres not wanting to let go. They couldn't have been much tread left on them, Stu.
No, I don't believe so either. And the AU Falcon be able to come around for another skid in the future. Maybe not now, but in the future. All right.
Is that lower?
It certainly is. twin-turboed LS-powered AU Falcon. Christian Webb behind the wheel. Very quiet bloke when you meet him outside of the car, but as soon as the helmet goes on, he becomes an absolute animal. Yeah, we're very lucky tonight, Panel Van Man. We haven't had any kangaroos floating around tonight, which is really weird because normally when we do the drag racing, they like to come out for a look, but the burnouts, they don't seem to have come out.
What about when you have a burnout night? Do they venture?
Well, I haven't seen them ever. But I don't know if the smoke just keeps them away or...
That's the smoke. There he is. You can just see him popping out of the smoke every so often.
Christian has been campaigning this car for a number of years. Used to have a Ford motor in it, and then had an issue with it, and then ended up sticking the LS in it, sticking a couple of high mount turbos in it, and this car is now classified as a pro car and does a great job every time he brings the car out. Sydney, put your hands together for Christian Webb in Lola. Love the flames that come out just in front of the windscreen, Steve. That an element of entertainment as well. All right, we've got some coloured tyres coming out. We've had it all tonight, Steve. We've had killer skids. We've had one fire, and we've had a marriage proposal.
Yes, they're not probably... Two of those things normally would have a bit of burnout, but certainly the third one a little bit unusual. But congratulations to the couple. I hope everything goes to plan, and obviously things will get pretty busy with wedding plans and whatnot in the next little while. But congratulations to you both.
Yeah, big congratulations to them as well. And hey, what a way to propose then right here at Midweek Mayhem here at Sydney Dragway.
One of our viewers on the live stream. I can't see. I can't either.
Well, neither can we, Tim. We can hear them, but we can't see them. Tell you what, not mucking around either. Trying to keep those revs up. Being fairly aggressive with his movements of the car as well. One car came out a little bit earlier with similarly coloured tyres. But from up here in the commentary box, it was a bit difficult to see what car is on the pad, particularly with the way that the breeze is at the moment. Okay, thanks, Panel Van Man. Okay, Tim's Gus Man. Drift dynamic smoke so thick, even ghosts are impressed. Great stuff there from the Commodore. A little bit of steam that has come out from the engine bay, which tells me that the kettle has boiled.
Yep, the radiator says, I can't do it anymore.
No. G'day, Woodsy. Welcome back, mate. We haven't seen you on the live stream for a very long time. Guys, looks like we've got about 2 cars left to hit the pad for midweek mayhem here at this beautiful Wednesday night.
I have a feeling there might be a little bit more than just water down there, Stu.
Oh, okay. As long as it's not dropping oil or anything all over the pad. So we will have to put a bit of rice hull down and get that cleaned up. Great to see a whole heap of our fans still sticking around up in Burnout Central to watch these last few burnouts. Thank you guys for sticking around. It's a little bit unfortunate there for that car. It was on for a very, very good skid. And unfortunately, looks like it just has cried enough. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for tonight's midweek mayhem burnouts. Unfortunately, it was going to take a little bit of time to get the pad cleaned up in that spot. And of course, time constraints don't help either.
Yeah, we're already past the 10 p.m, so it's now nearly 20 past 10 on Wednesday night here in Western Sydney. So we've decided to cancel those last 2 burnouts, and we'll conclude the event at that, Stu. So thank you very much to all of our competitors that have come out to put on a show on the pad tonight. It's been fantastic being part of it. Thank you to all of our patrons here at the Dragway that have come out, paid your admission fees, and thank you to all of our officials that have worked out in the warm conditions and made sure that all of our competitors are safe and that they're doing it in a controlled environment. Thank you to all of our people that have tuned into YouTube and Facebook. Again, your comments are amusing at times, and it's always good to watch the banter unfold online. If you would like to join us on Friday night, we're kicking off at 5 p.m. for Friday Night Lights, and that will be a off-street race meeting similar to the Aeroflow race for real, but with a quicker ET cutoff and a lot stickier track prep in the hope of getting the quicker cars down the racetrack. However, if you have the same car that you've been bringing to an Aeroflow Race for Real events, more than welcome to bring it along. It's certainly going to be interesting to see what cars turn up on Friday night, and that, as I said, is from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Friday night. So a great way to start the weekend, of course. There is a scheduled test tune, I believe, on Saturday. Following that, there is the Halloween Burnouts on the 31st of October. So more of what we've just seen. It's going to be a theme tonight, of course, so that's certainly going to be a fantastic opportunity. Keep your eyes on the track's website for all the updates and ticketing for those events, and also throw us a like on the YouTube channel or Facebook, and we look forward, Stuart, I and the team look forward to bringing you the next event here at Sydney Dragway.
Absolutely. Just everybody that is around in the pits, guys, just bear in mind, people are changing tyres. There are kids around and families, and we don't want any accidents. But most importantly, guys, when you do leave the venue, guys, just don't do anything stupid, because the boys in blue are around, and we want to see you all back here in the future. Here at Sydney Dragway, the place where excitement lives.